Hello everybody, it's Anna here from Ipswich Library. Welcome to Sunday Crafts. Today I thought we would make something to put all our pens in. If you're like me and you've been making Sunday crafts and other crafts that have been on our website while you've been at home, you might want somewhere to put all your pens and scissors and rulers and pencils. I know I've got mine all over the house, so I thought I would make this really nice pen holder, and it's made into a castle. So it's got turrets that have been made out of some loo roll insides, and it's got a big castle in the middle that's just been made out of a box that I've covered with paper, and then the turrets are stuck onto the castle. If you haven't got any loo rolls, you can even just make your turrets out of paper like these, and they're fine for holding your pens up. And you can even cut some holes in them if you want, so it looks like you've got little doors into your turrets or into your castle. Okay, so that's what we're going to make, and I've stuck it all onto a piece of cardboard there as well. So you don't actually need lots of complicated things to make this, but I'll show you the things that you do need. Oh, it's even got a flag as well, look, on a lolly stick. I quite like the flag on the lolly stick. I'll show you how to do that later. So I'm going to put this one over here because I'm going to need that. It's got all my pens in. And here are the things that you will need for today's craft. So some loo rolls or kitchen roll, which you can cut in half if you can find them. If you can't find any of these, then as I say, you can just use ordinary paper to roll up into a tube to make the turrets. You'll need a box for the middle, so it can be any kind of box that you've got at home, a little cereal box or something that's had some food in. And the one that I'm going to make with you, I've actually made, is a bit smaller, and I've made it out of the bottom of a milk carton that I washed out, so it's nice and clean. Okay, so you can use any kind of box, any size really, that you like. And then you will need some glue, and maybe some tape and some colours, of course. Okay, so that's glue and tape, some cardboard tubes, and a box of some description, and some coloured paper or some white paper that you can colour in yourself. So they're the things that you'll need. And also, if you want to make a flag, you just need a lolly stick, or you could use a stick from the garden, or anything really to make your flag. So they're the things that you'll need. Okay, let's move some of these things out of the way for a minute. So the first thing to do is to make your box for the middle of your castle. I just cut this one out, as I said, out of a milk carton and covered it with stuck some paper onto it so that I could draw onto it. So you just need to get your milk carton, and you'll need to cut it in half. And we've spoken before, the best way to do this is to get a sharp pencil and to hold your milk carton really tight, and then poke a hole into your carton like that. Then you've got a hole there that you can use to start to cut around. So then you can cut around your milk carton like this all the way around. There we go. Okay. Then the next thing to do after you've cut round it is to cover it in paper. So cover it in paper like this one. Just stick some glue all over it and then put a sheet of paper around it. And then you want to cut out, these are called crenellations in a castle, which are the sticky up bits at the top of your castle. So after you've wrapped it with paper, you just cut little snips down. I think I did 4 snips for each side. 2, or actually maybe 3. And then every other one you cut out like that. Okay. If you do that all the way round, you'll end up with really a cardboard box that looks like a castle straight away. So you can do that all the way round. Now if you've got a big box, after you've done that, you'll end up with something that looks like this when you've gone all the way around. If you've got a bigger box, like an oblong box, like the one that I've used here for this one, you will have room to put a door in the sides as well, because your towers will go on the corners, and you can see there's a space there for your doorway. But this one, if you've got a small box, you're not really going to have room for that, because we're going to stick our towers on each side. So if you've got a box made out of a milk carton, you don't need to draw doors on it, but you can still colour it in so it's a nice colour if you want to, or you can use coloured paper or patterned paper or anything you like to make it look really smart. Okay, so there's your tower. Then the next thing we're going to do is make the towers that go on the edge. If you've got a big castle, they're going to go on the edge. And mine are going to go on each side of this castle. So I'll end up with 4 towers, 1 on each side, and then I'll be able to put my pens in the middle as well. So if you've got a cardboard tube, you can colour it in just with felt tips to make it a nice colour, or paint it if you've got some paint, or you can stick a piece of paper around it like I have done with the ones on the other side. So stick some paper around it first so it's a nice colour, and then you'll want to draw on a window or a door. There's one with a door on the other side if you want to cut a door out. Yeah. So if you want to cut a door out, you'll need to get a pen and draw on your door like this. You might want to draw some decoration around the outside. Looks like it's got stone around the outside, and then you can just cut out your door from your tube if you want a doorway. You might not want to cut out, so the other things you can do is you can draw a window on it if you want to. I'll show you on the other side. So you can do a window the same, which should be like this one. So that's all the way up there. And you can either colour that one black, like this one here, or you can draw a face in it. So you might want a person looking out of your window. So you can draw a little person. There you go, with some curly hair. You can colour yours in beautifully. And a smile. So it's like you've got a princess looking out of your window then, like Rapunzel. Okay. So decorate it however you want, colour it however you want. There we go. That's my Rapunzel. So I've got a door on one side. You can't have both because this is going to be stuck to the back, so you can choose one thing to put on each of your turrets, either a door or a window. And then you need to cut out the crenellations the same way that we did here. So I've just gone round and done little snips on my tube like this. And then I've cut them out. Okay. Try and do it yourself if you can. If you need someone to help you, maybe someone can help you draw them on if that helps you. Cut them out. There you are, and there's your tower, and of course yours will be beautifully coloured as well. So when you've made 4 towers, oh, I was going to show you, if you don't have any glue roll tubes, just make one out of a piece of paper. So you can just do an oblong piece of paper, then you can draw your door or your window onto it the same. It's easier to do this when it's flat, because the paper's a bit more flappy when you've rolled it up. So, and it's a bit difficult to draw on then. So if you've got a paper one, draw on it before you roll it up. And then you can either colour in the crenellations, which you could do on there if you wanted. So if you don't want to cut them out, you can make little squares and colour them in all the way along, like that. And that looks just the same, really, but without you having to cut them out. I think they look nice cut out, so it's up to you. You can colour them in like that, or you can cut them out. So I'm not going to have time to cut all these out because you'll be really bored watching me do all this, but I'll do a couple. There you go. And then when you've cut out all of them all the way along, you then need to just roll it up. So just stick a bit of glue on one end, all the way down there. That's it. And then you can roll up your tube and join them up at the end. And then you've got your tower. There you go. And that's just as good as having one that's made out of cardboard as well. So take your time and make them look really beautiful. I've just finished cutting this one out. It does look a bit silly with only half its crenellations. There we go. That's better. It looks more like a turret now, doesn't it? There you are. So there's your turrets. Now, all you've got to do then is to stick them to your castle. So just grab a bit of glue and you can glue it on the back. This one's going to be a bit tricky to glue because maybe I'll have the door bits on the outside. Stick some glue right in the middle and then squish it to your castle. Okay, so it should stick. If it doesn't stick very well, like this one's not sticking very well, you can put a bit of tape on it instead and put the tape it to the bottom there, and that means it will stay on nice and strong then, it won't keep falling off. Okay, so glue or tape, whichever you find is easier. So I've made some more already here to stick on. So there's a nice pink one. Shows you can do them any colour you like, and I'm going to put one on each corner. There's one with the door. Put that on there. And then one more. Oh, here we go. I've got one here that's got a nice princess smiling out of the window. So I'll put her on the last one. See if she'll glue on. This one's just made out of, the other three are made out of cardboard tubes, but this one is just made out of paper. So you can see that one's fine. Just made out of paper. Right, there you go. Now if you want to put your pens in here, the only problem is that the tubes have got holes and you can see through, so when you pick it up your pens might fall out. I'm just going to put some tape on this one because it's not stuck very well. I think you need quite a strong glue to stick them on, or put a piece of tape on the bottom like that. There you go. That's better. Right, so you want something to put it on so that if you picked it up, your pens don't fall out. So all I did to make a base was I took a piece of cardboard, you can see it here, and put a piece of paper over the top, green paper. I had some coloured paper. You could just colour your cardboard in green if you want. You can put some flowers on it, decorate it however you like. So here's my piece of cardboard that I made for this castle. And it's easy, it's just an ordinary cardboard box, and I've just stuck some paper over it. And then you need to put lots of glue on the bottom of your container to make it stick. So don't worry about trying to stick the cardboard tubes, but you just need to stick your container onto the bottom like that. You might need lots and lots of glue, and you might need to leave it for a little while for it to stick. Okay. I don't think this one stuck terribly well, but there you go. So there is your castle, and then you can put in all your felt tips and your pens and your ruler and your scissors, anything else that you want to. And if you don't want to use it as a pen holder, you can just use it as a toy. So this could be a play castle if you wanted to make the doors a little bit bigger, and you've got some Playmobil or some Lego figures. Then this door's a bit small for my Playmobil person, but if you've got some Lego people, they would fit really nicely into the doorways. So you could just use it as a play castle if you wanted to. Now the only thing we've got left to make is the flag, and that is really easy. So all I've done is got a piece of paper, an oblong piece of paper, and I folded it in half. And then you can draw your own flag on it. I'm going to have a big A for Anna on my flag. There we go. Just so I know, everybody knows it's my castle. And if you want, you can put it on both sides. I am the king of the castle today. And then I just got a lolly stick and I glued it at the top on both sides. There we go. And then I'll stick your flag to the top of there. So, and then you can just stick it in your castle if you want. You could tape it to the outside if you want to. I think mine is fine just like that. There you go. So that's Anna's castle. That's Anna's pen castle today. So I hope you've enjoyed making this craft today, and you'll go and have a go at it yourself, and then you can put it on your table and you can put all your lovely pens and pencils in, ready for the next Sunday crafts. So I hope you have a lovely time making this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.